Hello, fellow parents. Thank you for being interested in us to be the ones that guide your children to build their learning. Even though many years ago Aldous Huxley tried to describe how education will look like today, we want you to be sure that children in our school are not going to be classified by their productivity, neither their capacities. Children in our school will have the opportunity to get to know themselves to be capable of building their own learning process.
First of all, we'd like you to know that our learning process is based on two important values: freedom and respect. We believe that children need to have agency over their own process of learning while respecting others' development and progress, and it is throughout constant and permanent dialogue that we believe children in our school might build their learning successfully. Similarly, in this school, we want children to develop their critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and their ability to adapt to change. Mainly because nowadays technology has replaced most of human work, and it is necessary that children develop qualities and abilities that allow them to question their own context.
But how do we achieve these objectives? We have a three-phase based curriculum, which was designed focusing on the Asian philosophies of education of Montessori, Plato, and Rousseau. In the initial phase, we have children between ages 3 and 7, where our main goal is to potentiate their curiosity throughout their involvement in liberal arts and their interaction with different environments that are available in our school installations. We have a farm, an artificial forest, and a garden, where we guarantee purified air to protect your children's health. In the first phase, we expect children to explore what they like or dislike in order to begin the second phase. Between the second phase and the third phase, we implement a core curriculum that will help your children present the standardized exams that are still an important barrier in our society. However, in the second phase, between 7 and 12 years old, we allow your children to emphasize on the three areas they like the most, and consequently develop at their own pace the abilities to have a master performance within what they like. As you know, children are constantly changing. That is why we give them the possibility to change their three areas of specialty until they are 10 years old. In the third phase, between 13 and 18 years old, we want your children to become experts on the two areas they like the most. Throughout the three phases, and to be capable to help your children to improve day by day, we will be giving them constant feedback based on 4 specifications. Your children might be in progress of mastering their learning, competent in mastering their learning, advanced in mastering their learning, or mastering their learning. This assortment of evaluation allows children to be conscious of their own process and avoids the emphasis on competition, which we think ruins the consolidation of their own learning process.
During the educational process of an individual, the role of the teacher is extremely important. This figure is quite influential during the development of the student. A teacher that is careless, uninterested, extremely strict or harsh, and authoritarian may create a false impression on his students.
Following the idea that students are autonomous in this process, teachers are guides to their students as they formulate critical questions, promote critical and creative thinking, as well as decision-making and learning skills. This will not only develop speaking and argumentative skills on students, but will teach them to listen. In order to ensure the quality of this process, teachers are to be well qualified in the subjects they will teach and have a good level of emotional intelligence. In our model, values such as respect, autonomy, empathy, and self-knowledge, among others, will not be directly taught in the sense there are specialized courses for this. Teachers, through their actions and behaviors, are to instill these values in the students. Following this model, students will be able to construct and explore their philosophy of life. It's important to note, teachers should provide extensive and detailed feedback on the students' work. This way, students can identify their strengths and the areas they should correct or reinforce. In the same way, teachers will also receive feedback from students and other teachers in order to ensure a healthy environment and the quality of the education.
We encourage you to allow your children to build their own learning with our help.